Welcome to Super Shade Tutorials. I'm Danny Shade, back with another weapons tutorial. Today we are working on continuing our sword form. So if you want to improve your skills, learn some sick tricks, or put together some high power forms, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so you don't miss any future videos. Now, before I get started, I do want to say thank you very, very much to all of my patrons on the Patreon channel. So thank you Rob, Bob, Randy, Brian, Jorge, and brand new one, Sensei Emmett. Thank you so much for helping support this project. If you're interested in helping Super Shade Tutorials project, click the link down below. It'll take you to my Patreon channel and you can join up there for as little as $3 if you like. So let's get to this. Last time we finished with our left hand up by the top of the handle. The right hand was at the bottom. We had our left foot forward and we came down in an overhead strike. So what we're going to do is we're going to get back to a dominant hand grip. So right hand grip. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to pull my left foot up to my right foot. And at the same time, I'm going to release with the left hand and kind of loosen my grip as I push my arm forward. And it's going to have that effect where my hand's going to slide right up the handle. So going from right here, show you all this up close. So right here, I'm pulling this foot back, releasing with the left hand, and pushing my hand forward. And now I am back at the top of the handle with my dominant hand. So from here, we're going to go straight into that move. Then we're going to immediately do a backwards spin or a backwards roll, whatever you want to call it. It comes back to the outside of my arm, up, over my head, and I'm going to step down with that left foot forward into an overhead strike. All right, so let's go back. We've got our left hand on top, left foot out front. 1, roll it up, 2. All right, now adding on to that, once we've done this overhead strike, we're going to do a basic toss. So we're going to take that sword, I'm going to pull up with my top hand and push under with the bottom hand, and that sword's going to go up, flip over one time, and I'm going to catch it on the handle. Remember, always catch on the handle. If you catch here, you lost some fingers. You don't want to do that. So always catch on that handle. So we go down, we're going to pop the sword up, catching it on the handle. From this point, I'm going to go directly into an Obi-Ante, but I'm going to walk through as I do it. So I forward roll once, and as I do that, I start my step forward with the right foot. The sword's going to point down toward the ground. As it comes up behind my back horizontally, I'm going to take that step back with my left foot, bringing the sword around my head, and I'm going to chop downward diagonal slice. All right, so let's put this together. So going from our finished position here, boom. Sorry, left hand was on top. So we're going to go push the right hand forward, backward spin, step down overhead, straight up toss, Obi-Ante, walk through, downward diagonal. Now I'm going to take a step forward with my right foot, and I'm going to do another downward diagonal on the opposite side. So the sword's going to come up, pointing over to my right side. I step forward, it circles around, and I chop through. From this point, I'm going to do a box cutter. I do have a tutorial on this. It's in the swords playlist, so check that out if you haven't done so yet. But the box cutter, I'm going to chop here, and then I'm going to bring the sword up. And as it comes up, I'm actually going to push my arm with my elbow out. So my fist is coming in toward my body, but my elbow is going out toward the outside. So I go from here, and the sword just kind of spins horizontally. Then I make my catch, and I'm going to step through and downward diagonal slash once more. So let's put all that together. So we have our overhead here. I'm going to pick my left foot up, push the right hand forward, backward spin, straight down overhead strike, overhead toss, Obi-Ante walk through, downward diagonal, step forward, downward diagonal, box cutter. Now I'm going to take this sword and I'm going to swing it through as I walk through and do one more downward diagonal. And as I do that, I'm going to set up for my next toss. I'm just trying to pop toss this so it's going to come straight up. The blade's going to come over, and I'm going to catch it in reverse grip. So going from here, I'm going to bring the sword up once, catch it in reverse grip, step through, and do a reverse grip, cross strike. And I'm going to immediately go into a figure eight. And here's the final move. I'm going to do a toss from the reverse figure eight. As the blade comes back behind me, I'm just going to raise up, lift, and release. So the figure eight's going. Raise up, lift, and release. Catch the sword on the handle, step through, downward diagonal strike. So let's put this whole thing together. We had our left hand up top, left foot out front. All right, so here we go. Left foot comes up, push the right hand forward, backward spin, step down, pop toss, obiani, downward diagonal, step forward, downward diagonal, box cutter, walking through, downward diagonal, pop it up, catch, reverse grip, cross strike, figure eight, pop toss, step back, downward diagonal. All right, so a little bit quicker. Hi-ya! Slice. Figure eight. Pop. Sit back. All right, last time. So there you have the tricking combination, part 3. I hope you enjoyed it. Play with this a little bit. Don't be afraid to drop your weapon. It's perfectly fine. If you're dropping your weapon, that means you're actually trying and you're practicing something new. That's a good thing. If you're hitting yourself with the weapon, same thing. It's a good thing. Yes, it stings for a minute, but I guarantee you're going to live through it. Pick the sword back up and get right back to it. You will nail this down. If this is your first time here, again, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. Hit the notification bell so that you find out immediately when they go up. And drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. How do you like this combo? Is there something else that you would have done? And then, as always, I want to say thank you all for being here. Hope you all have a phenomenal, awesome week.